Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment market so you can understand what we see in the global landscape. You know, we're coming towards the end of the month and we're looking at all of our various indicators, not only on fundamental but also on trend and relative strength. And we look at our global tactical portfolio, of course, and our positions, not only throughout the day but every single day and every single week and every single month. The one thing we don't do is we don't do knee-jerk reactions, and we're seeing, you know, a little bump in the road here yesterday simply because of Syria and some of the talk about are we going to go bomb Syria and what's happening over there. I feel, again, this is going to probably be a moot point at the end of the day, and we saw a little bit of a sell-off, nothing major. In fact, if I look at our global tactical portfolio, for the month, our growth portfolios, generally speaking, are down around 2%, even though the S&P is down more. Again, this is not much at all, and I have always talked about 2 to 5% up and down movements in all the investment sectors are commonplace. It doesn't matter if you're in perceived to be safe assets like treasuries or bonds. Those actually have had the wildest ride year to date. In fact, if you look at treasuries, they're down over 12 to 14% year to date. If you look at other assets like gold, which is perceived to be a safe asset in times of turmoil, again, it's down around 15-16% year to date. So any asset can go up and down, and at the end of the day, a well-run strategy, which includes risk management, is going to be more important than ever. One of the good things about our relative strength, our global tactical opportunity portfolios, is it migrates into areas that are relatively strong and gets out of areas that are relatively weak before they're usually down 10, 15, 20, 30, 40%, as many investors see in big drawdowns when the economy gets weak. The economy is kind of in a soft patch, I would say. A lot of the indicators coming out, generally speaking, are positive, and then there's a few on the other side that are a little bit mixed. But generally speaking, we're kind of like in this soft patch, it seems, in the last week with some of the data that's coming out. Not a slowdown, not a collapse, but just kind of one of these meandering type scenarios where I think we're going to see a little bit of volatility as we go into the month of September. And again, volatility is one of those things, as long as you don't need to spend all your money in one day, volatility, again, is going to be your friend ultimately. And we control volatility quite well with the global tactical strategy. What we're looking at with Syria, of course, I think if something does happen, could we see another 2 to 3 or even a 5% pullback in the overall markets? There's a possibility. Or, on the other hand, is this already now built in the cake that we're planning on doing this? I ultimately believe we'll probably see no action by our government until they really have hard data that they are absolutely positive, because some of the information coming out of Russia now is indicating it wasn't an actual chemical weapons attack, and they want to make sure before they jump on the bandwagon. So that might actually postpone until we have real firm information. I don't think any Americans at this point want to see any more war, and we've seen too many of these things over the last decade and a half or so because of Iraq, Iran, and all these other craziness things and that we've seen. At the end of the day, as our economy hopefully repairs itself and slowly gets just a little bit better, I think investors will be well rewarded by being in relatively stronger investment assets. One of the things that's interesting is one asset that actually is starting to come back up in our ranking is actually gold. I mentioned gold earlier. At the end of this month, we actually may be adding some gold back to our portfolio if all holds true. And again, gold's off year to date around 16%. So we never sell at the top, we never buy at the bottom, but if we do add gold and it stays relatively strong and it goes into our top ranking system, gold will get added back to our portfolios down around 16% year to date, and we may see a little pop in gold over the near term. So we're watching that closely. Of course, any changes that we make in our global tactical portfolio will keep you in tune with and make sure we keep you updated with. If you're a client of Resney Wealth Management, please give us a call. If you have questions about your portfolio. If you're not a client and you want to benefit from our investment management, call our office for a consultation. We always like taking on new clients. Of course, we're nice people to do business with. Make sure you have yourself a safe and happy Labor Day weekend. And again, take a little time off, spend time with your family and friends. And again, if you have questions about your portfolio, please give us a call. Have a great day.